Okay, good evening and welcome to the January 20th, 2015 meeting of the Board of Directors for Petaluma Community Access. Would the Secretary please call the roll?
Cindy Thomas.
Here.
Kathy Rivas. Neil Fishman. Rachel Moran.
Present.
Mark Jaramillo.
Present.
Okay. Tim Williamson.
Here.
Okay. And John's here.
I'm here.
Neil is definitely going to be late. There's no question already.
We've established that.
There's no might about it. Okay, we have a quorum. Neil might be joining us later. We have nothing for public comment tonight that I am aware of. Okay, Board of Directors comments and announcements. Anyone?
Me. Call me.
Okay.
I'm pleased to announce that we're having another electronic waste event. This is free for getting rid of your e-waste, electronics, and electrical stuff. The Lucchese Petaluma Community Center at 9 to 3 p.m. on Saturday.
Oh,
It is
coming.
only one day this time. Only
That's
Saturday.
The 24th.
Fourth.
What's the best time to come there when it's not so crowded?
It's always not crowded.
Okay.
Those people are so efficient, they just get you right in and out.
I would see a line.
Where
That's the farmer's market.
Oh yeah, they're similar.
Where is it?
Lucchese Petaluma Community Center, 320 North McDowell.
Okay.
Okay, anyone else?
Check your bulletin board on channel 26, 7, and 8.
There you go. And what channel would that be for AT&T Uverse?
99,
There you go.
select Petaluma.
All right. There's our PSA for tonight.
Good luck.
Okay. Any other comments?
What else do we need after that?
Okay, yeah, that's true. Okay, everyone's looked at the agenda. And if everyone is okay with it, unless there's some modifications. Do you need a copy, Mark?
I would like a copy. Thank you.
We can get a motion for approval when everybody's ready.
So moved.
I'll need a second.
I'll second that.
Alrighty then. Is there anyone opposed to these minutes? Okay, they pass. Everybody had a chance to see the minutes. The minutes of the December 16, 2014 meeting were distributed electronically last week. Everybody had a chance to read them. Any corrections? Any motion to approve?
I will move those, the minutes approved.
Okay. Second?
I'll second that.
Well, thank you, Mark.
I'm the second guy today.
All she has to do is write ditto.
Well, we assigned that to you, remember?
I'm the second guy.
Yeah.
Anyone opposed?
Let's see what
Okay.
the first guy was like.
No, I just kidding.
All right. Minutes are approved. Everybody was here, right? You were, huh? Okay.
No, I didn't make a question.
Oh, okay. All right, so
I did
with
make it. I didn't make the other meeting.
treasurer's report, who's gonna do that tonight? Can you
I
wiggle
can.
through it?
Oh, I can, certainly.
Okay, so John will report on the treasurers in place of Neil for this evening.
Yes, so we are still operating financially healthy and should say that we've had a lot of, well, the budget that I drew up in May fell apart in July, so it's been kind of with changing over with staff changes and
Pretty quick.
and certain equipment that we're getting. We're upgrading a lot. We're doing fine though. We have 11,000 in the balance for July to December in our net income. We got our, where did I put that? Our capital Our pig fees came in kind of late this time around. But AT&T is rising, and Comcast seemed to drop this time. Well, actually, yeah, Comcast dropped about $400, and AT&T jumped $400. Maybe they switched. And the only other financial news I have to report is that we returned our tax returns have been sent in. They were done at the same time as the financial review. And I have a copy of it just to look through it. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, anything else you want to know about?
Not me. Look at me. I'm just a wiggle worm over here tonight. Okay. Okay. The other thing, well, you've got that staff. You've got discussion of staff here.
Yeah.
Okay. That would be it. Wait, one more thing. Okay. Yes. Everything's on the agenda that I wanted to ask. Okay. Any questions for John? Nope. Before he kind of moves into his executive director's report?
Well, it's a shorty this time. I took a vacation in the last week of 2014. I wasn't here. And most of the staff took the same break. We hired Will Reed immediately afterwards. And he's turning out to be really great. Quite happy with Will.
What's his title?
He's technical specialist,
Oh, okay.
which was the title we created for Van back in those days, once Zach was station manager. We have a YouTube channel workshop on the 24th, this Saturday. I think it's full though. Our classes are working very well. We've launched a meetup way of announcing them, and they seem to get immediate response. People are looking for the classes. You took one recently.
I took two. I took a camera class and an editing class.
Tell us about the camera class. You had Zach that time.
Oh yeah, I had Zach. It was good, and I was pleased that your bookkeeping is all together, because I didn't know that it was a pay class and I didn't pay, and Chris said, okay, we'll keep it on the books here. You pay it next time you come in, and they remembered. They had it all ledgered. It was nice. Okay, so anyway, the class was good.
Yeah.
Zach is, that's not the first class I've had with Zach. Zach is an excellent facilitator in training. Yeah, very patient. Doesn't use a vocabulary that nobody can understand. So us people who say, this thingy, that thingy right there.
That's what the classes are.
Yeah.
Goes like this. Goes like this.
Yeah.
You know the thingy?
Yeah.
It goes like this.
The big thingy or the little thingy?
The other one.
Okay.
Well, there are two other things I could tag onto my report.
The kind of things.
We got an invitation to a business after hours at Summit State Bank. Thank you, Cindy. It is Thursday night, 5:30 to 7:30. And I just got an email from the new manager, the new bank manager, wants to come over and see the operation.
Where's their branch now?
It's down by the movie theaters. It's on Petaluma Boulevard, right behind.
Yeah,
4AC.
they took the old,
The corner.
yeah.
They don't
That's
have the
right.
whole building, but
Yeah.
they're there.
Fidelity.
Saves
It's on
you
the
a
corner of D Street, right?
No, it's
C.
C and Petaluma.
C and
Right where
Petaluma.
Fidelity and then Summit, they're in the same corner there.
Still space.
And the Alliance for Community Media is having their national annual conference in Pasadena in August. If anybody would like to go, plan your trip to Pasadena.
When is it?
August 12th to 14th.
I like Pasadena.
Oh, the Hilton Pasadena. So that's it for the report. Unless you have any questions. There's a lot of the basic stuff I would have reported on, but it's in the agenda.
Do we have a membership to the Alliance for Community Media?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
When was the last time we went? We didn't go last year, we went the year before. Oh.
We almost always go to the regional, the West Coast, because it's either in San Francisco or Reno or San Jose. But the national, the last time we had anything to do with the national is we sent Zach and Lisa back to Denver. And might be good to send somebody. Pasadena is easier to get to, and it's a good way to recharge the mission investment. Meet the other people across the country who are doing the same thing.
Well,
It's
if
great for
somebody
the-
were in that area anyway, at that time of year, maybe.
Yeah. It's worth going to. I mean, there's a lot of board members who come. Too.
I've gone, they had some good workshops.
Yeah.
Are they still doing the same role as far as workshops, or have they sent that out yet?
They haven't sent that out yet. This was just the pre-registration. We missed it for the discount before the end of the year.
You might want to go.
What do they have conferences on, or what are the workshops on? How to raise money, how to run the shop? What
Yeah,
is the
new
main-
technology, new legal issues, social, how to bring people together, how to build a vibrant access station. They often
A
have
lot of board training.
and all the financial issues.
And what does it cost for somebody to go?
Oh gee, I don't know that. Don't have that information.
Okay.
There is a registration fee, $200.
Do we have any money for that put aside?
We have money in board development and staff development that's quite often left over at the end of the year. It's not used, so.
So if anybody is interested and wants a little help,
Oh,
we'll
I think
look at it.
We should make an effort to help anybody who wants to go.
Right.
Because it really does feed back into your
Right.
investment in PCA. Hobnob with the others. It's fun.
A little incentive, as they say.
And Pasadena's nice neck of the woods.
We'll have to give them money for that too, because it's expensive.
We can make it work if you want to go.
Okay. Let's see, did any committees meet? I don't think so. Only subcommittees,
Yes. And they're on the agenda.
and they're on the agenda. Okay, so seeing no reports of committees, we'll move to old business. Item 10A, discussion only of operational transition to new staff structure, which is John's item.
Yes, I've been plugging this item for a couple of months now as we go through the transition, and I think we made it through. We are now fully staffed. We've got 10 employees at PCA.
10 employees?
Yeah. Well, 4 of them are access assistants, which is considered temporary employees. They're not regular, they're on call. But with hiring Will, we filled out all the gaps. And Zach stayed on as a very effective consultant. He's training Will, and they get along great. But the kind of ad hoc stretching our resources that got us through the summer, now I've got an overabundance of resources, so we're going to be shifting gears. Obviously, the access assistants are really overstocked, but we will be getting Katati in a couple months, and we just started Roanoke Park, so that's where we really want to make sure they're solid.
Well, plus summer's coming.
Yeah, and most of these are college students, so
Yeah.
they move on. I'm going to be starting my annual staff reviews, and we'll be really revising the job descriptions, because the way things have evolved, the job descriptions are a little out of whack. Chris has taken over what Mario is doing with the city. Nellie's going to take over all board related business instead of Chris uploading the website. So the transition and evolution is still going on, but it's really quite actually overwhelming to have so many people here, all busy at the same time. Got to keep them busy. That's it for the first item, unless you have any questions about staff.
Has everyone met Will?
I haven't met him.
I wanted him to be here tonight, but he's juggling a 1-year-old with his wife, and so he was on duty tonight at 6.
So I probably will.
You will.
at some point.
Dangerous. Is that dangerous juggling a kid like that?
Yeah, juggling a kid.
It is dangerous.
I was trying not to laugh when you said that Zach and Will get along fine. I keep flashing on that question during the interview. Are you a gamer? Yes, I am.
Yeah,
It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
this whore.
he's got a lot. Will's got a lot of initiative and really owns what he's got to do. I gave him the inventory, and that feeds back to the financial review. We're going to liquidate all the equipment we're not using that's still on the books. So he's been working on that. Found a nice way to put the microphones for our meeting. I thought that was a nice touch.
Nice.
So he fits. It's a real good fit. And Zach is, I think, really relieved because he can pass things on with her.
That's good for Zach.
Can he make these lights stop flashing?
That can happen. I could do that.
That would be really bad for somebody who's getting ready to do a studio show.
Well, you wouldn't use those lights.
Yeah,
for
that's
the
true.
studio.
Oh,
They
it's okay
flashing
if
or
we look
flickering?
washed out here, but I see.
We're going to get calls when they see the videotape and the flickering lights.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it
Okay.
for old business A.
You got B also, which is discussion only of Roanoke Park and Katati city contracts.
Yes, we did our first Roanoke Park meeting last week on the 13th. Went fine. A lot of us have been up. Chris has been up twice. Zach and I went up last time to meet with David and learn the setup. They've got a brand new TriCaster. We have Francisco, who's been doing it for over a year, so the transition was very smooth. And we were training Nick and Max as backup. I got the Roanoke Park business license, and when they saw we were a nonprofit, all I had to do was give them $1. I happen to have that on me. So
Okay, don't rub it
paid
in.
in cash, and we got the $1, and we're straight there. I've got as soon as I get the workers' comp paid, Cindy just signed the check. I'll get a certificate of that, and I'll get the insurance certificates to them and the contact info. So we're off and running with our outside of the city meetings.
Wow. Good.
I hesitated though to do a press release or make any big noise about this. I think I'm still kind of discreet around the financial situation, and I don't want other access stations in the neighborhood to think we're crowing about our good fortune. But it could be quite interesting. We're billing them $60 an hour for services, $90 if they want 2 people. And we'll see how that feeds into our balance. When I was saying the staff reviews and the job descriptions, they're going to evolve, and my target really synchronized with the new income will be the next fiscal year, July. We should have things figured out. Maybe give people new titles and see where we stand. I'll be training Nellie on the check processing so I can take a real vacation this summer. Katati have to review the contract. They're going through their installation. Zach was on a conference call recently to vet their equipment list. They hired somebody to install for them, and they wanted to change some of the equipment. And Zach was helping Katati understand what the changes were. We should be starting with the Katati at the end of February, early March.
Once they get their stuff installed.
The stuff should be installed by the end of the month, I think, or early February. Does anybody want to help me review this contract? You want a copy?
Sure.
I'll make one before you leave.
Okay.
'Cause,
Or just email it to me.
Okay, I'll
Either
do
way,
that.
whatever's easy.
Okay.
That it? Does anybody have questions for John?
Thank you.
We're good.
We're
Thank
good.
you.
Yeah.
Exciting times.
Oh, yeah, it's a whole new ballgame.
Yeah. 10C is discussion and possible action on the board and staff retreat. And I don't have to report on that. I mean, I was at the meeting, but Marcia was there. Rachel didn't get to make it. Mark was there. John was there. Everybody but you.
So I guess you have to make
So-
a report for us.
And Marcia didn't even need to be there. She wasn't on the subcommittee.
That's right. I wasn't.
Yeah.
She was kibbutzing.
Just thought about that.
No, I was on the
It's not an
subcommittee
interview.
for
Remember,
the
did we add him to something?
staff, board and
Oh.
staff retreat. It's
Sorry
the
about that.
veteran eggs I wasn't. Yeah, that was the one
Oh,
I
that's
was
right.
convincing on.
Oh, mine's different.
Oh, they're inverted.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
those versions.
They all just run
Oh,
together,
okay.
don't they?
Did
Yeah.
Okay. I did add him
Yeah.
too.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm sorry. Rachel pointed out on her
Sorry.
agenda that Mark wasn't on any of the committees. I said, yes, he is. No, it's on the version, it's on the Word
I have
version,
the
but
older
not the PDF version.
Yeah.
I don't know why that happened.
Yeah,
That's
how'd it go?
crazy.
I just noticed it.
Yeah, I'm noticing that too on the agenda.
I committed.
Yeah,
He
you're on
committed.
it. You're right. You're
I'll
I
vouch for
added
you.
them when you sent me the final agenda, John.
Yeah, I know you did.
I added them in, and I don't know what happened. I'm sorry.
We're having
But she's on-
we're having a PC version
I'm gonna,
nightmare with
It's
our
on there.
agenda.
I'm just gonna. I don't know what to do.
It's okay.
I'm
Take
sorry.
it offline. Take it offline. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
It's on theirs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't look
Okay,
so
so
sad.
the board and staff retreat meeting was last Thursday, I think. And that meeting was Marcia, myself, and you, just the three of us.
Three of us.
Right. You guys, you were at the other one. We came up with a draft agenda, real loose draft agenda. I don't have a copy of it, did it? Does anybody have a copy of the notes?
No.
No. Can anybody, summarize it briefly?
Yeah, we were gonna meet at 10 o'clock. We were going to have half hour with coffee and donuts, the usual chit chat. Then we were gonna sit down at 10:30 and elaborate goals. PCA is doing quite well, so how can we do better? What sort of horizon or goals should we have?
What date is that scheduled for?
February 21st. And
That's on a Saturday?
it's a Saturday. It's gonna be hosted by the Fishmans,
Oh.
and there will be lunch. So we'll be preparing some sort of catering or some way of getting lunch. It won't be a potluck like the dinner we had. What else did we talk about? We would have the staff join us for 12:30 for lunch, and then we would go till 2 o'clock, was it? Let's see, 3. I can't remember.
I think it was
10 to...
3. I think we said 3.
I think I wrote it down. I didn't.
Nobody wants this to be an exercise in futility. We don't want to try to do something we're not really going to follow through on. Goals are always a good thing to articulate. It has to do with vision. What's your vision for PCA? Good way to sharpen everybody's focus on what we're actually doing. There was something else we talked about in that context. Well, yeah, the renewal of our contract with the city. That's part of the same process. How do we define ourselves now in the new era of PCA as serving the cities of Sonoma County, prioritizing that.
I'm setting just a couple of goals instead of making a whole laundry list of things and not meeting any of our goals.
And I guess I should talk offline with you, Tim, to see how we should structure that. Should we have a meeting with John Brown and Katie?
Talk about it offline.
Yeah. we'll plan a strategy for putting everything on the table and seeing where we stand and signing up for another 5 years.
We were gonna incorporate the staff into talking about how they would like to grow their positions with PCA and what they would like to accomplish in their jobs. So,
That's good.
Yeah, which is part of the staff review and the process.
Yeah.
I hope to have the staff reviews done by the time we get to the meeting, so then we can
Seems like we're
focus.
forgetting something. Did either one of you take notes?
I think no, I didn't take notes.
What
I
else?
did, but I
Yeah,
wasn't there.
There was something we were gonna do at around lunchtime with the staff during lunch, the end of lunch.
Well, we talked about.
Have them do dishes?
That's
No,
a thought.
We give that to you. No, you never come.
It
We'll
was,
take
it
the
was,
dishes to your
what's
house.
your,
That's
what's
how
your
to make sure I
commitment to
don't
PCA and how are you going,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, we were
We
gonna have
had-
discussions and, yeah.
we talked about framing some sort of questionnaire that would bring out those kind of ideas. We also talked about maybe bringing a camera and shooting a PSA.
Yeah,
That's what we forgot, yeah.
yeah, that was it.
Yeah. Oh, we'll come to your office and get you. We want to shout out.
Or are you
On
gonna come to
February
this one?
21st?
Were you gonna come to this one?
Yeah, why don't you come to this?
Not if I have to do dishes or a PSA. You just gave me two really good reasons not to.
The
Oh, I
staff's
hear
gonna
that.
do dishes.
He's pouting.
That's what I said. He said no.
No, the idea of just some sort of interactive production of some object. Whether we put, goals on the wall and we walk around and we put our colored pins on which one we liked. We talked about different ways to play this out so that we can get some
We need to
goals.
meet again, this time write stuff down.
Yeah.
I thought one of you was writing it down, or I would have. I wrote down the butter and eggs, but I didn't write down that one. All right. Is there anything, any contributions you want to make to what we brainstormed so far, Mark, Rachel? Since you weren't there, is there anything you want us to take back to the subcommittee and focus on? We need to figure out who's going to facilitate the meeting. Or we could assign segments of it to each board member.
Yeah, I'm not excited about trying to find a facilitator to come in because they never really know what we know and what we need to
Right.
know.
And it doesn't sound like you really want to do it.
No, because I'd be pushing my own agenda, and this is really a
I
moment
know,
for
you
me.
always do that.
Yeah, I just,
All right, we'll
they
figure
call it
that out.
channeling. I kind of channel it down the right path.
All right, so,
We don't have to have a facilitator,
No.
we can politely,
well, that's what I was saying, is that each person facilitates something in the agenda, whether it's, introducing the staff, John could introduce staff, somebody
that's
could.
an interesting idea.
Yeah.
Kind of pass the baton
Mm-hmm.
to a relay running the meeting.
And we have joint ownership.
Yeah.
Maybe we could see a draft of kind of what you're.
Yeah,
the-
we need to put that together.
Okay,
Yeah, we
that way
need
we
to
can
write
kind
it
of look
down.
at it and see what we
We
can do.
will meet, we have no more meetings before the retreat.
Oh, yes, we do. It's not-
This is January and it's February 21st.
Better get busy. This time take notes.
I thought somebody was, or I would have done that.
what was I? I don't remember. And if I did, I don't know what I did with them.
Yeah, I thought you were writing. I don't
I
know.
probably was. Okay, I'll find them.
Okay,
You were
so
doing crosswords.
I'm adding meetings and when I should be going up. I'm still trying to get used to iOS.
Well, I'll look
8.
for my notes and try
Um,
and put something together. Then I'm bound to have them somewhere.
Okay, so the next board meeting is February 17th.
Oh, well, that's one more before.
Yeah, and then the retreat is 21st, so,
So yeah, maybe we could see the
yeah.
thoughts on this and we can decide
And then what we
then.
can do
Yeah.
is we can have the meeting, send it out, you can look at it, come to this board meeting, we'll
And
tweak
we'll
it some more, and then we'll
Make the
approve
decision.
it.
Finalize it, yeah.
Okay, how does that sound?
Sounds great.
Okay.
So do we have to have another meeting before we do that?
Yep.
Yeah, we need to put the draft agenda together.
Okay.
tweak it.
Draft agenda, and then we need to figure out the lunch menu, that kind of thing, the
Yeah.
basics.
The
Okay.
board participation.
Okay,
All right.
you don't have to if you don't want to. If you want, I'll just sit down with John or somebody else, or
Well, no, that's fine.
you've got your sister here, so I don't want to.
Well,
When-
she's going back on the 6th of February. So,
Okay, well, let's talk after the 6th then.
Yeah. Or I can bring her and make her sit and knit.
She
Maybe
could
she
facilitate.
can knit prizes. Maybe we can have a raffle at our retreat in which she can knit prizes for us.
Hats and scarves.
That's nice, yeah. I like that.
What,
A
prizes?
raffle.
She can knit
And maybe
scarves.
Tim.
And then
for
everybody
dogs.
could win.
Tim will come.
She can
There's
knit
a raffle.
scarves for your dogs. Color code them.
Your dogs wear scarves?
No, my dogs don't like clothes. My daughter's dogs like clothes. My dogs rip the clothes off of her dogs. Okay, so till 2/6.
They're very
okay.
fierce, tiny things.
Okay. Before we leave that agenda item, we do have on here that we can take action. So do we need to approve any funds that's already set aside for board development?
We've got the funds.
Does this board want to put any kind of a limit on to?
Sky's the limit.
Oh, do we need a limit?
Sky.
The sky?
What are we ordering? First we gotta decide.
Yeah, we're always very conscious
Perry,
of.
no.
I'm very comfortable with the idea, knowing that the way
Crystal?
there's a pretty good collection of cheapskates
Yeah.
here. I think we're in
Yeah.
good shape.
We didn't overspend last year. We promised to stay within the same bounds. Okay.
So
There are more
you-
people this year.
Do you want me to put something together before we meet again and go over that, or do you want to just start again?
As far as the agenda?
Yeah.
No, I know you know what we should be doing because you had
Okay.
very strong ideas and
Okay.
I was liking it. So feel free
Okay. Well,
to
I'll
start something so that we have a template at
All
least.
right. Okay. I'll try and
If
find
you
the
don't
notes
mind.
I took. No, I don't mind.
You don't have, yeah, and wait until after your sister goes home.
Okay.
Okay.
Or she's knitting.
Yeah.
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 We have 10 days between the time she goes home and the next board meeting. I think we can fit something in there, you think?
Yeah.
We can even work online.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I can keep it in the right format.
Format.
She's not getting over that.
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm telling you, it's when you convert it to that
I was
PDF.
totally bewildered how it happened. That's the problem.
We
Not
have
yet.
always had trouble with the template for the agenda. I don't know who built it and what's hidden in it.
Let's blame it
But-
on Dick Kramer because he did build it.
Or you could blame it on Jason.
Okay.
That's
Um,
what he did.
Then we don't need to take any action, and there is no action on 10C. 10D is discussion and possible action on the 2015 Butter and Egg Day Parade. And I have my name on that again. Well, see, this is what it started out as.
A stick tree and a stick car.
Yes, a tree and a truck.
A Lego car.
Yeah. And it evolved to something on a smaller scale. And what we would ideally like to have is a golf cart with siding on it. Mark suggested that we go down to the pool hall and get big pieces of cardboard that the pool tables come in, and we use that as our TV template and put these TVs and have this little cart driving around like a little TV. We're not real certain yet what we want as far as what's on the screen, but we would use
A large
semi-professional material
Yeah, we
so
would-
to make it look nice.
We would take photographs and have them blown up.
Yes.
It wouldn't be stick figures.
Yeah.
Then you can have a little crank, and then you could change it every couple seconds.
That's
How you
idea.
Yeah.
how are we
That'd
tying
be
it
good.
to the theme, the fertile?
Yeah, the theme is Petaluma Fertile Ground, celebrating
So-
the wealth of resources.
So you plant a seed, and it grows into an organization.
Neil and Tim are going to do a fertility dance. In loincloths.
We still want to have our band.
Yeah,
I
the
think I'm out of
welcoming
town that
banner.
weekend.
The fertility. Look, board retreat, Butter and egg steak.
I'm
Take your
so
pick.
sad I won't be able to ride my bike down again
Why?
because I'll be out of town.
You're out of town that weekend?
I think so.
Oh, you think so? Now he's planning it.
Practically a national
You think
holiday.
so? Let me check.
Yeah, after
Yeah,
the
I'm
board
outta
meeting,
town.
I think I'm out of town that weekend.
Yeah, I'm not dumb enough to say, let me check.
I'm texting your wife right now.
That's right, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, the general discussion went from, well, we had the flatbeds with the bales of hay. That's too big and heavy.
Yeah.
Then we went with just walking with the cameras, which
And we had the
has
limo.
paid off.
And we had the limo.
Oh, the limo too. But there's a distinct desire to have a larger presence. Kathy's very strong about that.
Well, the
More
golf
than
cart's,
a-
I think, just about the right size.
Yeah, golf cart was a
Yeah, that's
nice
good.
breakthrough idea.
Yeah, and it's electric,
Should
no
have two.
fumes.
And it, well, they don't have to be electric. You can get gas
We
ones.
should have two golf
No, we don't
carts.
want
One with the TV, another with us in there. That'd be fun.
Everybody
isn't
wants
enough?
to be-
'Cause isn't
all of
enough-
us in our own little golf
How do we all
cart.
fit?
Bumper car.
You need two of them.
We could make the lights flicker. It'd be just like a meeting.
Yeah, and then we also talked
Haunted?
about mounting a camera on top and let the crowd think they're being filmed.
With a blinking red light.
Oops,
Yeah.
I didn't say that. They will be filmed.
Well, actually, the people walking around, the
Okay.
satellites will have cameras. Should
Yeah,
have
we will
cameras.
be. We'll
And
be
that's very
shooting.
effective.
We
We've got to
will be
get
shooting.
we got to get George back.
Yeah.
George Trillo. He was live wire last
He was
night.
an instigator, yeah.
Yeah, and we'll invite Eric and Kathleen.
Jason.
Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think? What do you think?
That idea.
Rachel
still
and I
like
talked
two.
on the phone.
Do you have a specific question?
Yeah, we talked on the phone the next day. Do I have?
How are
a
you gonna do
specific
the,
question?
so, because if there's 10 employees with the assistants and then us, that's a lot of people, how
Well,
we're just gonna
the
be
staff
working?
is always dedicated to
Yeah.
covering
Okay.
the
Yeah,
parade.
none of the staff can show up. Our
Okay.
biggest hurdle is getting
Oh.
enough board members
Board members,
here.
okay.
Yeah.
We might be able to get Nellie and Chris into the parade because they're not essential for the actual coverage.
Protection.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we won't.
Zach
is-
and Will and the access assistants will probably
We'll be
all on
filming,
cameras.
okay.
Yeah. But we can't say for sure. Zach might have some designs for them. We don't know, right?
Designs plans, yeah.
No, I mean
directions.
designs to use Nellie or Chris for them.
I don't think so.
Okay. No
We're very
runners
well
or anything.
staffed
Okay.
and Zach enjoys it. I think he'll get Saturday off. He does work. If he can't make it, he'll have Will trained to do the same.
So other than the TV, what other identifier, like a sign? I mean, I know we have the banner.
Uh-huh.
Is that all you're not gonna have anything else on the card that says PCA or? a
Oh,
logo
we
or
definitely
anything?
will.
Okay,
We
You
will.
can put
just need
anything
to
you
have
want
something.
on the billboard.
okay,
It's basically a
something.
driving billboard.
okay, yeah,
That's kind
okay.
of how I see it.
That'd be good.
Two-sided billboard, yeah.
Yeah, that way something in addition to the TVs would be
Kind
good.
of. Any breakthroughs on the golf cart?
Oh, no, my daughter just got back into town, but I've already been putting the word out there to do, there's other little utility electric cars out there. We were talking about that. Like Wayne and Connie used to drive one. They're out there.
We may need a kind of a wooden armature around the cart because we can't nail the cardboard to the.
Right. What did we talk about? We
Zip
talked
tie.
about zip ties, yeah.
What was it?
You know, my neighbor has one of the, because I live in the country, they all have those little cars. He's got one that's not a little car, but it would be so perfect because it looks like a golf cart in the front, but it has a small bed in the back. It'd be so cool. That would fit perfectly. I should ask him. It looks like kind of like the ones they sell at the Suzuki. It's kind of like a
Oh,
mini.
yeah,
flatbed.
yeah, I know what you're talking about, yeah.
They kind of like, but they have the
Zip,
front part.
is it a zap car or zip?
No, what's they're called? I don't remember what they're
That
called.
company
But
that
they
was
kind of
in
look
Santa
like the front
Rosa?
of a golf
This was
cart.
the inspiration for the
Yeah,
TV
that looks
set.
good,
So
yeah.
if we had this on both sides with pictures that we could change on the inside, I like your idea of cranking it through.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
See?
That, just, does it need to be bigger for the golf
little-
cart, but the
a
same
little
idea?
bit.
Yeah.
It's
Well-
basically a billboard on the side of the golf cart.
Yeah, and how would you crank
the
it?
PCA
I mean,
presence.
how would, somebody would have to be alongside it or inside it to
Can
crank
you
it
get the one
through.
with the bed? They can be laying in the inside.
Okay, that way we can do
Well,
that.
also it stops often enough. You could probably just stop it.
You won't crank it? Oh, okay.
And maybe we won't be able to change it. Maybe
Okay.
it'll be the same picture.
I'll take a picture of a sting and bring it.
Or maybe not crank it, just tear off the front one and expose the next one. Kind of like a whiteboard.
You should be on our committee.
I should, huh?
A fountain.
Too bad I don't have any
ideas.
creativity in me.
Creativity
Mark's got creative.
He's our artist.
in residence.
You just contemplate.
All right.
Yeah, I
I
don't
think,
think I'll be able to design it.
all right. So if what kind of action would we be looking at?
Photoshop skills I want.
I don't know.
Do we have money set aside for this?
Yep.
Yeah.
You ask the same
Why
question
don't I
every
ever
year.
remember this?
Do you need
Because
Are you
you
gonna order
guys,
t-shirts?
you guys label things
'Cause we
and
ran out
put
of t-shirts
things in
last time.
pockets that.
That's called accounting.
Buckets. I didn't mean pockets. I meant
Pigeonholes.
buckets.
John, are you going to order new T-shirts or? 'Cause I think
Yes,
we were
we're gonna
out of
order
the other
more
one.
sizes of the same T-shirt. We're not
Oh.
gonna redo the design. And the theme is so close to the last one that we can use the same
We can
banner.
use the same one.
Yeah, we like that homegrown
Yeah.
media thing.
What number? What line number am I looking for?
Promotion.
Promotion?
That'd be on the,
There it is. 765.
How
Okay.
much money we got?
well, we've been spending a lot of promotion money. We've been doing a lot of promoting for the classes.
That should come out of classes.
What?
That should come out of class expenses.
Not promoting them. Yeah.
Here we go.
Or can. It's a nice part about small business.
Well, this is not going to be terribly expensive if we do it the way we're thinking
Yeah.
about doing it. I don't think. Do you?
We have about $400 roughly left in that.
I don't think we use that much. Do you?
I don't think we even used $150 to $200 last year.
Do you think you need like board approval of the concept in general, or the plan in general, or something like that?
I
can't
don't
think
think
of what
so, because
action-
anybody has the option to come to the committee meeting if they're really concerned about something.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't know.
They do.
Correct.
Can't think what action that we could do, take then. Just, can you? I mean,
Yep. We, it would be nice if you guys would weigh in on what the oversized images would be in the TV screen.
Well, that kind of synchronizes with the thought we were talking about today. The staff is getting pictures of the board on the website. So how about we do portraits of all of you? And
I gotta get a haircut first.
I gotta get something, a facelift.
I have to get my hair colored.
I try
My
this every
roots.
year, and you notice we don't
There's
have any
Photoshop.
pictures on the website.
You can make me
Yeah.
20 something here.
I gotta get plastic
No
surgery
wrinkles.
first.
Yeah. We'll Photoshop us.
Can I wear my Halloween costume?
I'll give you a
Also, why
picture of
not?
me when I was
Cool.
doing it.
It's a gorilla
Can I
mask.
bring my broom?
You look
I'll
so
bring
cute
my
in a
broom.
tutu.
I don't have, it's not a tutu.
Oh, okay, that was a different Halloween. A different Tim.
It's my high school
I
mascot.
also got a notice that Friedman's Home Improvement is having a parade entry workshop on February 18th. Learn the tricks of parade trade, this fun workshop.
Hmm.
We're creative enough, but if you're interested, I made some copies of this. So.
Oh,
That's an easy bike ride from my house.
So, see, he's coming. He's going.
And,
We
oh, it's at night.
Anything else on this item?
I think it's doable.
I do too.
It's the vehicles.
I
are
don't
only-
think it's over ambitious. I think
When do we get our number? When do we get, or do we always have the same?
I don't have the registration packet. We just have the theme. We'll get the packet very soon. There's a fee
And
to
it'll
pay,
tell us?
and we have to write down a text and
There's
kind
all
of
kinds of-
describe what our float's
Yeah.
gonna.
right. You
Oh,
have to write
okay.
the script that the announcer's going
Okay.
to narrate, and then you have to you have to give them the size of the plot you need to take. So if you've got a,
Where we're
they want to know what the
stationed.
measurement is of a motor vehicle, you have
The
to
people.
provide a registration, a driver's license, and
wow.
for the and the name of the person that's going to drive it. I mean, they get really
Do they have to approve our design, or do they have to approve
Yes.
Actually,
the actual float, or?
it looks like they're limiting the number of floats this year,
Yeah.
which means they will be
So that
rejected.
so a cart
Yeah.
cart would be good then, because that way it's not so big then.
That's if the Argus was correct. The Argus might have said the first 100 entrants that are accepted will be.
Accepted
No,
No, I
first.
think
Yeah.
it says the same thing on the,
Does it?
yeah.
I think
on
it said the
the
first
application.
100 entrants will be accepted first.
So they're cutting
So we
it
need to
because
do it
we've
right.
been in the hundreds the
Yeah,
last
that,
2
this
years.
is the first time they've ever
The
limited.
first 100 will be accepted first.
No,
Float.
I
You
can,
mean-
sure
I
that's
can
just
check
in
with
the
Marie
news.
tomorrow.
I'm done with this. Anyone else?
It only took me 3
Still looks a bit
tries.
different.
Okay.
I just have one thing to add, that is I did meet with Marie and expressed to her that we are always kind of disappointed that we don't get a little more promotional value out of our constant support of the parade. Since '96, we've been covering the parade, and that sense of PCA is always going to be there, take us for granted. She's very attuned to that. She asked me to draw up exactly how much our contribution is worth, staff time and equipment. So we should be, what I really want to do is I want to be in that insert they put in the Argus and the press. We need to see the PCA.
Did you suggest that?
Oh yeah, no, she's definitely on board, and
That's good.
Oh, so she needs to know the worth so that she can justify.
Well, they have sponsors and they have packages for sponsors. So if we
Right.
give her a value, and I've already started calculating, and it's somewhere between 1,500 and 2,500 is what we put in. So that's a substantial
substantial.
sponsorship, and that should generate our name on the big flyer that says we thank our sponsors. PCA should be
I think
thanked.
they should, yeah.
She's
Yeah, I
totally
do
in
too.
agreement. She just needs to gauge what scale.
I like that
I think
idea.
that's a great
I think
idea.
that's definitely a good
Yeah,
idea.
I'm glad you talked
I
to her.
always think about it too late, when they're too busy and they're pulling their hair out just getting the parade to happen. It's too late, so I thought I'd start in January. She was very responsive. She came over and spent an hour here chatting with Chris and I.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
good idea.
In her wheelchair?
no, she's doing pretty good, but she said she's suffering.
She's
I know,
got
she's
shit on
been
crutches
suffering
yet?
for years.
Is she on crutches yet?
She's off the crutches.
Walking cast?
No, she's walking.
Ooh.
She's in a boot now. She was on a scooter for a while. Now she's on a boot.
Yeah, she was not looking forward to the scooter. Last
She
time I
was out
talked.
last year.
This is a couple of years that this
Oh my
injury.
gosh.
No, it was
What did
last
she
year.
happen?
She re-injured an injury is what I thought it was.
I don't know what the re-injury.
I'll ask her. I'll ask her at my meeting with her tomorrow.
Between classes.
Can we go to new business?
I think so. Let's move it.
All right, item 11A, discussion and possible action on the FM radio project. John?
Well, there's the two-parter. This is a two-parter. We got our license. We got a permit to build. That means an approval from the FCC. So we're definitely on the map with our low-powered FM. We were working with 2 other applicants. Our bandwidths overlap with Sonoma, and Napa's overlaps with Sonoma. So they wanted us to have we all would have the same number on the FM dial, and we would turn ours off when they turn theirs on. Now that, we have a consultant coming in, Clay Leander. Do you remember him? He used to work at PCA, yeah. He dropped out of the sky because he saw us on his radar. He works for a nonprofit that supports low-powered radio. And he saw our application, and he used to be involved with PCA, so he was very forthcoming. Came to a first meeting, helped Zach formulate the letters to the FCC, and moved everything through really fast. And he says that we have an option either to change our transmitter location and maybe get 24/7, or at the least, when Sonoma is off, Napa and Petaluma can both go on. So we would get 2/3 of it, of the week's timeshare. We worked out a timeshare though as if we were gonna do it their way, and this is the way it looks, I'll pass this around.
That's the one you showed last time.
Yeah, although we grabbed the 3 early mornings that nobody wanted, because they're continuous with our being on the air. So the FCC says, okay, you guys got it. We have 18 months to build and start working, and if we don't have it finished in 18 months, we can request another 18 months if we show that we are making progress. Things could evolve differently as we start to develop the other options. And then the second part of this item, one of the applicants, the applicant in Sonoma, called me up and came over and told me that he also has his own full 24/7 FM station that he's looking to let go of. This is an existing FM station with FCC licenses, transmitter, permission to move the transmitter to Stagecoach Hill, and he's looking to offload his radio station for $250,000.
Yeah, I think that's out of our range.
I told him that immediately, and he said, "Oh, but you guys
How
got
much?
$250,000. We could buy the license and the whole thing." It's a whole operation. I told him that it's beyond our capacity, but I did float the idea with our mayor because he's a radio figure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and the idea of having a 24/7 radio station for Petaluma is kind of nice, but I also think there's a reason behind his willingness to let go of it. His radio is not competing well with the internet. Most people are listening to it on the
It's
internet.
not too visual.
Yeah, well, no, that's TV, but audio only.
The radio's not very visual at all.
Yeah,
I only listen to satellite radio now
yeah,
anymore.
there you go. So I don't think it's a good plan for us, but I thought I would bring it to the board. I told him I'd bring it to the board in case you know anybody in Petaluma who wants to take it and run, because it's a non-profit or it's non-commercial, which means you do sponsorships, which means you gotta go around to businesses and get PBS kind of sponsors that you think on the
Which we're doing really well with as it is.
Yes. So, but here's the FCC approval of the license. That's kind of neat. We got it.
Yay, how many years later?
Congratulations.
Yeah. Oh, we all owe Zach a big thank you. He's the one who worked with all the engineers and got the sites. And I guess the next step is to start.
Service Florida. What?
When does that start?
Well,
That says
as soon as we
Service
get it up and
Florida.
running, it starts. We have 18 months to do that before we lose the
How
license.
come they didn't give us
Do we
call
have a
letters?
location
Oh,
for
we
the,
have to pick our own call letters.
Ooh, from the existing ones that
We've
are
already voted on KZAC, but
KZAK?
yeah, but we got to find it. That's the thing. And Zach was telling me that there is no database with all the existing call numbers. You know,
Really?
if you're west of the Mississippi, it's
It's K,
and if
and
you're
east is
it's
W, yeah.
There's no way of knowing. You just got to try it and see.
Oh, it's like
But
C,
Zach,
C is Canada.
Zach's sister is a computer programmer, and she built him a little program that just does it automatically. It just searches, waits, logs, searches the next configuration.
Google.
So that'll be the next step. I hope to bring some call letters back to the next board meeting.
do we have a site for the, or location for the transmitter?
Yes,
locked in?
we're talking about Santa Rosa Junior College.
I know we had been
on their
talking about
tower.
it, but is that,
It's not the best, but it's
Can I show this to our former executive directors?
yeah.
Neener.
They
Gotta-
said it couldn't be done.
Well, it is a challenge. There's
I think
deadlines
it'd
to
be
meet,
like a
and things
certificate or
fall through the
something.
cracks.
It's
and-
staying on top of it. You
Yeah,
can't
staying
drop
on
the
top.
ball on this one.
Yeah.
And that's what's
can't.
always happened.
And Zach pulled out all the stops between the FCC license and Katati and our own needs here. He's been very busy here.
I think that's it. Unless anybody else has something to add, I think we can call for a motion to adjourn.
Oh, adjourn.
You'll adjourn?
I'm a,
I'll
The
second.
motion to, yeah, I know what he meant.
I'll second it.
Okay. Anyone opposed?
I'm Jim.
Who could possibly oppose that?
I'll learn the verbiage.
It's in
Okay. What time is
Look
it?
at-
Wow, it's
We
before
should
8
film
o'clock.
this.
If you'll be my
Oh, you
tutor.
haven't.
We're like almost the same.
Oh,
We
you
lost
got the
the
same
I'll go.
page.
I know. I'm thinking
But
if
I
we
can't
both
film.
we're gonna pick up each
Okay,
other's
but I
phones.
can- I'll send a snap.
Good night, everyone.
I can go
Good
with
night.
you.
Over there.